how much should you care about what other people think? I talk about this a lot, trying to see how much of other people's opinions we should take in for ourselves. So I want to back up a second and say, let's imagine there being a line, a spectrum, where at one end of the spectrum, there's someone that cares so deeply about what other people think, and on the exact opposite end of the spectrum, there's someone that doesn't care at all what other people think. So if you look at the person that cares so deeply what other people think, the advantages or the pros for this person could be that they're very socially aware, because they're very tied into other people's cues and behavior. They're probably really good at recognizing behavioral patterns of other people, and they do that oftentimes to stay safe so they can be socially accepted. So this person may not be hated or not be judged often, which could be a way for that they'll be safe in social situations. But the cons are they're probably not being true to themselves. They probably aren't able to stick up for their thoughts, their beliefs, their wants, their desires, and they're not really authentically themselves. And this type of person who shows up on that side of the spectrum probably goes out into social situations, events, or what have you, and gets drained, energetically drained from being around people, because they're trying to figure out so much on what the other person's thinking and trying not to say something that's going to be out of alignment with that. Okay, we're going to go to the other end of the spectrum on a person that doesn't care at all what someone else thinks. And so this person may have no problem showing up in the world, doing in any situation, because they're just going to be themselves no matter what. So they'll probably have a real easy time doing any activity, being around a certain amount of people. They're able to be them, and they're probably not losing energy by showing up anywhere. And they're probably able to have a real strong relationship with themselves. This is another advantage, because they continue to honor themselves and do things that are best for themselves. The disadvantage of the person on this spectrum is they may not be able to connect with a broad array of people, because if they meet someone or see someone that doesn't have beliefs, values, thoughts that are in alignment with their own, they probably have a difficult time empathizing and understanding where that person's coming from. So they may not relate or connect so well with a broad array of people, and in doing so, they're kind of missing out on some of the beauty of humanity. So that's the spectrum. There's probably more advantages and disadvantages, but it's interesting to step back and look what happens when you show up on one extreme end. And so where's the sweet spot? So there's been so much talk about emotional intelligence and soft skills, in quotes. And the beauty could be somewhere along the line. You have to ask yourself what's going to be important for you, where you show up and you could listen and take in other people's thoughts and judgments sometimes, but you check in with yourself before you fully take that in. So you could hear and connect to what other people are saying, but then you see, okay, does what they say resonate with how I believe for myself, with my own authentic wants and desires and thoughts? And that's when you could say yes and you could move forward. Or if the answer is no, then you could decide to honor yourself and respect the other person at the same time. And that could be a beautiful, sweet spot. So you're able to really hear things outside of yourself, but really listen and check in with yourself at the same time, and honor yourself, but respect the other person's opinion or belief. And that's when more people show up that way. It could be a really fun place to live. So hope that works for you. Check in with yourself. It takes a lot of self-awareness. It's a practice, and make it a great, great day.